What are you expecting from? What do you expect to read about this coming week about the Lions' final OTA practice before a nice 6-week break for us reporters?
Well, I think the first thing that we're going to have to keep an eye on is who shows up, right? Because in the past, when they've done, OTA and then mandatory minicamp and then an OTA, traditionally that last OTA before the break, there's fewer and fewer starters and veterans and guys like that who show up. So I think that part of the explanations and the things that we're going to see from this week's OTA open practice is just who shows up, what guys are there. I mean, we already had one without St. Brown and a bunch of other prominent faces, and I wouldn't be shocked if there's even less players who partake in the last voluntary set of OTAs. It's like, again, it's voluntary. Their training camp is going to be fast approaching. They're going to start it earlier than they normally do because they're playing in the Hall of Fame game, and as a result, wouldn't be surprised to see a few more guys just feel like, you know what, I'm gonna start my vacation a week early. So I'll be definitely reading into who shows up. But with that being said, some of the names you just mentioned, the Hendon Hookers of the world, the Gio Manus of the world, they're going to be there. They're going to be there, and they're going to have an opportunity to own this moment and prove to the coaching staff that they're ready for a bigger workload. And I saw that comment that you just popped up there about trading Hendon Hooker for a veteran center. I mean, that's something you might need to look into. The one thing I'll say to that is I'm not certain what Hendon Hooker's value is across the league. I think that when they put Teddy Bridgewater ahead of him in the playoffs, I think that was kind of saying the quiet part out loud a little bit. And I think because of that, I'm just not so certain that Hendon Hooker has a ton of value around the league. Obviously, his value is highest right now because nobody knows what he is. He hasn't really appeared in any significant regular season action. He looked all right in the preseason last year, especially that Pittsburgh game. But at the same time, like, I'm just not sold that his value is going to be enough for them to go out and get a guy who can be a bona fide starter for them. But again, he's got a chance to change the narrative this week when he goes out there for OTAs. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if, Jared Goff decides that he wants to have an extra week of vacation. Or Penei Sewell wants to have an extra week of vacation. These are mandatory workouts. These are guys that have been there all offseason long. Nobody's going to hold it against them if they take a couple of practices off. So who shows up and who shows out? Those are the two things I'm looking forward to for the OTAs this week.